Cam Newton is on that field, the dynamic playmaker that at the age of 31 that Cam Newton still is, Patriots win that football game.
Patriots win that. Take, bro.
Patrick Mahomes' 2 passing touchdowns were flip passes.
Yeah, he didn't have to do. He didn't have to do anything. He didn't have to do anything.
No, but
they had like pick sixes and stuff.
But what I'm saying is, number one, that pick six should have never happened. Edelman should have caught that ball.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
Number 2, Brian Hoyer takes a sack before the end of the first half that takes him out of field goal range. Cam Newton makes plays in that game that Brian Hoyer and Jarrett Stidham don't make.
What's the score of the game?
Listen, I know the game is over. And
it was like 26-10 or something?
Yes.
That is too much to say
I don't think it's a hot take.
Yeah, it is, bro. You can say, how about this?
They go into the second half tied.
Bill Belichick does not have Mahomes figured out. Bill Belichick has Andy Reid figured out because they've been playing each other since before we were born, basically. So that might be a factor, but there is no way on God's green earth that if Cam Newton was playing that game that the Chiefs do not win.
I just disagree.
Ridiculous.
Cam Newton throwing 3 picks last night? Is Cam
maybe
Newton?
Yeah, actually maybe. Probably not because it'll be a different offense. They'll be running the ball with him and stuff more. So maybe he's not throwing 3 picks. But
speaking of how effective the run game was, Damian Harris had 100 rushing yards last night. You don't think Cam Newton adds some running of his own? They would have dominated time of possession. The Patriots, I really believe they would have won that game, and they would have both been 3-1 after last night. That doesn't mean that Kansas City still isn't the Super Bowl favorites, because they are. But in terms of one game...
Oh, my gosh.
Dude, I'm sorry, but Cam Newton is the X factor in that game, and he was missing.
Yeah, all right. Fair. That is fair. Cam Newton was not in the game, but you know what I think as well is I don't even think we'll see this matchup. I don't think they will. Maybe Andy Reid got away with one, maybe Mahomes got away with one or whatever, but they're not even going to play each other. Maybe they will actually. Maybe they will down the road. I think New England grabs a wild card.
Okay.
They're going to go like a nice 12-4, 11-5. They're not going to keep winning. Bills.
What do you see, Buff? Okay, if you
14-2. Let's take. I would love to see what the Bills. Schedule is actually. I'm hot on the Bills.
Dude, I'm hot on the Bills too, but if Cam Newton, dude, I can't. All right, they have a hard schedule.
Bills do?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. You got next game. You got the Titans, Jets. That's a dub for them. But then you have Seattle. You have Justin Herbert with the Los Angeles Chargers, looking really good. Almost beat.
You actually skipped the Chiefs, bro. They go Titans and then Chiefs.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. So, Titans, Chiefs, back-to-back. Then you get a little break with the Jets. And then you go to New England, and they'll have Cam. Then Seattle with Russell Wilson, the MVP of the league, by the way, right now. Then you have Arizona with Kyler Murray. Cannot forget about Killer Kyler.
True.
Justin Herbert playing like a stud, almost.
He's looking great. I'm not even, when we talk about the Bills, I'm not going to downplay the other talent, but I think the Bills as a team, offensive and defensive, they got it together.
Justin Herbert.
They even have it together on special teams.
You can argue that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are actually the best team in the NFC just because of their defense, and Justin Herbert dropped 30 on them.
Did you just say that Tampa Bay is better than your boy Russell Wilson? Is that what you just said?
I said you argue.
And Aaron Rodgers?
You can argue. Anyway, then they take on Pittsburgh. Then the Niners. Niners will be with Jimmy Garoppolo and Raheem Mostert. Then you're taking back Cam Newton again. I think they go 1-1, by the way.
With New England? Mm-hmm. All right, that's fair.
I think they split 1-1.
That's fair.
That's just me. And then they get the Dolphins, and then they should shellac them.
So they go 1-1 with the Patriots, right? Looking at the rest of this, why wouldn't they're 4-0?
So let's look at the Titans. I'll give the Bills the win on that one.
It's the Titans are a good team, but I think there's levels to this shit. Yeah.
But at the same time, there's levels to this shit, though. But the Titans were just in the AFC Championship. Let's not forget.
True.
Let's not forget. Okay.
Did they deserve to be there?
Yeah, they stopped Lamar Jackson.
All right.
Okay, that's Chiefs. That's an L. It is. I'm sorry. Jets, that's a W. Patriots, you and I already decided that that's a split.
So you think that the Bills are going to go 1-1 with New England? You think that New England would have beat Kansas City last night with Cam Newton, but you think Kansas City is going to beat Buffalo like without question?
Yes, because I see Mahomes didn't have a phenomenal game last night.
True.
So I see Mahomes kind of going on like a 3 to 4 game tear.
Okay.
And the Bills are just caught in the crossfire.
Okay.
I do not see the Buffalo Bills beating Seattle.
Okay. So 13.
I do think that, I don't know if you call it an upset, but I see the Bills beating the Cardinals.
I agree.
I see the Bills beating the Chargers, but I can go either way on that. I'm serious. Justin Herbert, that was
it's looking good.
Diamond in the rough.
It's looking good.
And when I say diamond in the rough, I mean, of course he was a first round pick, but like, he looks good.
He looks good. The Chargers D is actually pretty good too. They held Mahomes for a while. I watched that Kansas City Chargers game, and they were holding Mahomes for most of it. The one thing I will say actually, as I'm looking, to bite my own tongue right now, I'm looking at the scores of the Bills games that they've played.
See the Dolphins score?
They're 4-0, 27-17 against the Jets, 31-28 against the Dolphins,
scary.
35-32 against the Rams, and 30-23 against the Raiders. So, granted, the AFC, the Dolphins, that's a divisional game. It's going to be close. But 2 games, they've won by a field goal to teams that aren't the greatest. I really don't think the Rams are that good. I don't know how you feel about the Rams.
I think that that's the best division in football.
Yeah.
Depending on how I feel about the Rams, I think that...
I agree.
Like, if the Rams were in the NFC East, they'd be the head of it. If the Cardinals were in the NFC East, they'd be the head of it. If the Niners were in the NFC East, they'd be the head of it. The Rams are a average to good team caught in an extremely competitive division.
Right.
It's all circumstance.
Throw Carson Wentz in there at quarterback.
For the Rams?
For the Rams. How do they make out?
I think McVay would fall in love with Carson Wentz.
I think for real, I think Goff is he's not an issue, but he's the reason the ceiling's only so high.
Oh, okay.
And he's just not.
Goff's like a. What can I compare Goff to? Goff's like a. I'm barely old enough to remember this guy, but like a Mark Bolger, like just kind of a guy. Matt Hasselbeck. There it is. Jared Goff is Matt Hasselbeck. Just a not super talented quarterback, but
all right.
Give him Sean Alexander, he'll go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, totally.
So
that's good. That's a good call.
Thank you.
But yeah, I still see
L to the Niners.
Huh?
They are losing to the Niners.
Why do you say that?
Because the coaching matters. Kyle Shanahan's the best coach in football right now. Most creative play caller in football right now. Jimmy Garoppolo is a proven winner. Raheem Mostert is a monster.
Yeah.
Jerick McKinnon as his little scat back. The fact that that's your scat back and Jerick McKinnon, that's phenomenal. I see a win for the Niners, but I see the Bills ending out 4-0 though. I see them beating the Steelers. I see them beating the Broncos. I see them beating New England. And I see them beating the Dolphins. So I believe I gave them 3 L's. So 13-3.
13-3.
An incredibly solid record.
Yeah, totally.
That I can see winning the division. I just don't know if Bill Belichick.
If Josh Allen can keep it up, because
Josh
it's
Allen's on an MVP pace. Statistically, it's pretty impressive actually.
I think 14-2. I still think 14-2. They might even go 2-0 against Patriots. They might lose to the Chiefs.
Josh Allen through 4 games has thrown 12 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Nice. Yeah.
71% completion percentage.
There you go. And they're taking
122 quarterback rating.
Killing it. And they take deep shots. They take shots. This isn't like checkdowns and little drag routes across the middle. It's not,
This isn't the Saints. Literally. This is not
He's
Drew
taking
Brees.
shots that are deep, hitting John Brown on long runs, Diggs as well.
Beasley caught a great ball.
Yeah, dude, their third receiver is like a veteran slot receiver who made a crazy catch and got leveled at the same time.
Yeah, dude, he front flipped into the end zone and caught it.
So you got that happening, bro. I want to see the Bills do good because why not? You really, funny enough, is I don't even. I want to see the Patriots not win the division, and dude, you know what?
It would just be nice.
It's like 16 of the last 17 years the Patriots have won the AFC East.
Yes.
That is
the 1 year they didn't, they still went 11-5.
Who was it? The Jets year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Castle. Tom Brady tears his ACL. Bernard Pollard, safety for the Titans, rips his knee on a safety blitz.
Huh.
Matt Castle leads the Patriots to 11-5.
Bill Belichick's a goat, man.
But Matt Castle was still throwing to Randy Moss.
Yeah, that's a pretty good time. Actually, that's a pretty good time. I wish I could throw the ball to Randy Moss.
That's a pretty good time to be Matt Castle.
I wish. Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Not only that 1 year got Matt Castle paid by the Chiefs the next year. 4 years, like $50 million deal for Matt Castle.
Hey, man, all it takes. Right time, right place. You're making money. So you got the Bills. I think the Bills are going to win the division. I think if there's anyone in the AFC to upset Kansas City come playoff time, it is still the Bills. I don't really see anything else. I think the Kansas City has proven that they just run all over Baltimore. Lamar's like 0-3 against Mahomes or something right now. It just
the
hasn't
only
looked
team
good.
that Lamar's never beat.
Yeah, it has not looked good at all. I don't think Baltimore's going to be there. You still got Tennessee, like you said, coming around. That division sucks.
You can't forget about Tennessee.
So that division's also not good. So AFC, I think it's like a Bills, Chiefs, AFC Championship.
Yeah.
NFC, I mean, I think the safe bets would just be like
NFC is so competitive.
Packers, Seahawks. Is Aaron Rodgers in the running for a ring?
Dude, you have to. I know. You know how I feel about him.
So
but the absolute disrespect to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by Tom Brady. Listen, okay, I'm not top 10 defense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That's number one.
Okay.
Tom Brady, through 4 games, has thrown 11 touchdowns.
Okay.
1,100 yards, 99 QBR.
Okay.
65% completion percentage. Mike Evans and Chris Godwin on the same
They got the
football
weapons.
field.
They have the
weapons to do it. Dude, you cannot forget about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this year. Dude, I think that once Tom Brady... Dude, come October, November, you're going to see consistent 300-yard, 4-touchdown games from Tom Brady. He just threw 5 last night.
True. Against Chargers defense. Now I was pulling up their schedule as well. I want to see. So they're 3-1.
You're talking about the Bucs schedule.
Bucs schedule. They're 3-1. Their only loss is to the Saints in Week 1, actually. Which that game I watched. That was a shitty game. It really
Not only was
all
it
around.
a shitty game, that was a preseason game.
Yeah.
Okay, like dude, there's. Yeah.
Then they beat the Panthers by 2 touchdowns. They beat the Broncos by 18. They beat the Chargers by a touchdown last week. Take a look at their...
And they can put up points. Look at their averages.
38, 28, 31.
38
Yeah, they're averaging 30 points a game, 32 points a game. They got Bears, Packers, Raiders, Giants, Saints again, Panthers again, Rams again, Kansas City.
I like their schedule, actually, for them to have a really good year.
Their schedule is against all... Like, it is very winnable. All the games are very winnable, except the Kansas City.
Dude.
They're promoting this Bears-Bucks game this Thursday night. I'm going to keep it real. I don't really know how that one's going to go. That would not be a game I bet on. You know what I mean? I have no idea. What do you feel about those?
I've gone a little into sports betting this year, for sure.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not taking my chances with that game.
Yeah.
Only because, I'm just saying, BDN, Nick Foles, okay? Matching back up with Tom Brady.
That'd be a good thing to watch. Good game to watch on Thursday night.
It's a fun story for sure.
Yeah. They played each other.
The Thursday night.
They're on completely different teams.
Yeah, exactly. The Thursday night games have definitely been a little lackluster.
Underwhelming.
The only one that was really good was the first one. It's Kansas City and Houston. Actually, that was a good game. But in terms of the rest of the record, I mean, they're 3-1.
It's not an awful season, man.
I've seen them beating Chicago.
Okay.
Green Bay. Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers, classic matchup. But I'm giving this one to Rodgers. I mean, he's just hot. He's just playing hot.
I feel like you can't not, but I think that at the same time,
I feel like the Packers team's more cohesive on offense.
Yeah, totally. Their offense is stupid.
But the Buccaneers' defense, if I can see them stopping anyone, I can see them stopping Aaron Rodgers. So that's kind of why I'm.
Okay.
I see the Bucs beating the Raiders. I see them smacking the Giants.
Smacking them.
I see them getting their revenge.
On the Saints? Yeah.
On the Saints. I see them getting their revenge. Panthers, I think that's a dub. I think they beat the Rams. I think the Rams are good, but they're not on the Bucs level, honestly. Chiefs, dude, there's a defense that could stop them. It's Tampa Bay, but I just think it's the wrong coach. If Bill Belichick is coaching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think it's an easy dub for Tampa Bay.
Okay.
But I do see Kansas City pulling that one out.
Okay.
The Vikings, I think Kirk Cousins finally learned how to throw a football last night, so that's good for them. But I do see Tampa winning that one, and then I see them sweeping the Falcons series, and then I see them beating the Lions.
So what do you claim? You claiming these fools are going 14-2 right now?
I believe that if my record is standing correct, no, that's 13-3.
13-3. They lose to Green Bay and they lose to Kansas City, and they run through everyone else. I just don't think,
dude.
I don't think that team holds up. I couldn't tell you which teams they're going to lose to, but I don't know. I think there's too many games that like the Bears could beat them. The Bears could beat them. The Raiders could beat them.
The Raiders' defense isn't good enough to stop the Tampa Bay offense. And the Tampa Bay defense is good enough to stop the Raiders' offense.
Okay. But Tampa Bay has not played a defense that is good yet. The Saints, Panthers, Broncos, Chargers. Chargers the okay. They haven't played any like lockdown defense. Like the Bears defense next week. Bears have good defense this year, I'm pretty sure, right? Like it's Bears. I feel like they always have a good defense.
They always have a pretty solid defense. I don't know if it's too good this year. I mean, I'll check them out.
They don't really play any good defense though, to keep it real. Actually, I have no idea. That's an interesting. I would love. I'm curious to see how that turns out. You love Tom Brady. You praise his name for the rest of eternity. I think he's the GOAT because he was with New England, but I just don't. I don't see this team doing. They probably make the playoffs.
I think Tom Brady.
Do you think they win the division over New Orleans?
Yeah. Out of the two overly aged quarterbacks,
yeah,
which one's looking better? I mean, just statistically, by record, it's Tom Brady's looking much better than Drew Brees. The Atlanta Falcons, a team full of talent, can't figure it out. And Carolina, I liked their chances. I'm not even kidding. I really liked their chances this year with CMC being on the field.
They're 3-1.
They're 3-1, but with
CMC's coming back.
I like Carolina better than New Orleans this year.
Okay.
Atlanta's last in the division.
New Orleans are Michael Thomas lists right now as well. That is a factor. Definitely a factor.
Dude, I tried to tell all my friends that, and everyone was saying, including Josh last week on the podcast, shout out to Josh, said that Michael Thomas should not be making that big of a difference, one player. I understand that, but at the same time, look at Deshaun Watson without DeAndre Hopkins.
Facts.
Looks lost.
Plus, dude, Michael Thomas, bro, he's a different kind of receiver because Breeze he's not gonna be throwing the deep ball too much. So guess what? If your slant receiver like on a 1-on-1 is Michael Thomas, he's not dropping the ball. He's not losing the 1-on-1 battle.
Throwing the ball to him 20 times a game.
Dude, you need first downs. That's where you're going. So if that's what they're lacking right now.
Let Kamara and Latavius punch it in, but let Michael Thomas take 8 slant routes to get you there.
Absolutely.
That offense doesn't fail with that.
Absolutely.
Drew Brees.
Michael Thomas is a massive factor.
Drew Brees from 0 to 10 yards throws the most accurate ball in football. Okay?
Yeah.
And if on the receiving end, literally, is Michael Thomas, that changes the game.
And who they have right now? It's just that Emmanuel Sanders hasn't really been involved too much.
Traquan Smith. Jared Cook has been getting involved a lot.
He's hurt, I think.
Alvin Kamara actually is carrying the Saints. No one's talking about that enough. Per usual, carrying the Saints. Fun fact, Ryan Lawless was not a believer in Alvin Kamara before the season started, but
that's not totally true. Fun fact. It's just that I don't know. You know who I was a hater of? You know what I will admit, chat? Okay, chat, here we go. You know how I completely, and not only did I eat my words, I took back what I had said, and I even went and traded for the guy. Kyler Murray. I was a Kyler Murray hater for sure. I thought he was way too small. I was expecting a similar bust, not that Reggie Bush busted really per se, but I was expecting similar type of hype where Reggie Bush was coming out. He played great. Kyler Murray looks great. I made the moves. I got Deshaun Watson off my team and got Kyler Murray on the team.
And George Kittle.
Yeah, and Kittle. It was a great trade. What a time. But yeah, no. Kyler Murray looks great. MVP, on pace for MVP as well. Little slow these last 2 weeks.
He took a step back. He took a step back. Through the first 2 weeks of football, he looked like he was an MVP candidate. But, last game, they did catch an L, but he did throw 3 touchdowns. So, Yeah,
who'd they lose to? Detroit?
Carolina.
Oh, okay.
He beat Detroit.
He beat Detroit.
His only problem this year...
They almost lost to Detroit, I think.
His only problem this year so far is he has thrown a lot of interceptions, actually.
Right.
So, even though he's doing incredible things in the run game, he's thrown 5 interceptions.
Okay. What's he like, 10-5?
7-5. But
he ran for a couple. Yeah,
I believe he's run for 4, so 11 total touchdowns to 5 interceptions. You know what I mean? Pretty solid.
Yeah, they should get better as the year goes on because Hopkins is with him, and once they get in a flow, I think DeAndre Hopkins, and we can argue about this one. I think he is the most talented wide receiver in the NFL right now. What you looking at?
I was just looking up Kyler Murray's stat, and an ESPN video popped up. Can't wait to get copyrighted for that.
Nice.
But I said 3 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
He has 4.
Okay, so he's got 11 touchdowns total and 5 picks.
Yeah. I believe no fumbles on the year either, so that's good as well.
Okay. Yeah. So holding on the ball. I haven't really got to watch the games too much, so.
Fantastic completion percentage last week, 77%. That's great. Only 133 yards though, but he did throw for 3 touchdowns.
So what went wrong in that game, man? Because those stats sound like they should not be like losing a game like that serious. Like it sounds like almost impossible.
Dude.
Because if you're throwing for not a lot of yards like that, but they're all touchdowns, then that means you're scoring quick, giving them ball. I don't know.
I don't know.
Interesting. Maybe some special teams shenanigans happened.
Sadly, of course, we were literally talking about how we wish we could have been watching that game instead of the Cowboys game.
It's a tough one.
Wait, was that?
No, it was instead of yes.
Yeah. We got
between Cowboys,
Browns, and Ravens, and Washington.
Yeah, that game kind of sucked too.
That game sucked, honestly, so we stopped watching that.
Yeah.
Wish we could have watched the Arizona game, but it's okay. Carolina won that one pretty swiftly, 31-21. So.
Yeah, man. Hey, Teddy Bridgewater, he knows how to win the game.
Yes, sir.
Good for him.
He did it in New Orleans. He did it in Minnesota.
Yeah. What's his overall record?
Before this season, he was 22-12. So a winner.
24-13 right now. Yeah, that's I think Bill Belichick's a little bit better than that, but that's like he's winning games. It's like
honestly,
70%.
Funny enough, speaking that you brought up Bill Belichick, Teddy Bridgewater and the New England Patriots, that was definitely a hot commodity in the offseason. They definitely thought that they could have made something happen. They were Bill Belichick was looking at Teddy Bridgewater. They were looking at Andy Dalton too. But Andy Dalton gets picked up from the Cowboys, and then Cam Newton falls into their lap. So I think that one worked out for him.
Yeah. I think Andy Dalton's better off as a backup quarterback, just chilling, getting paid.
Andy Dalton's probably the best backup quarterback in football right now.
I hear you.
He's a better quarterback than Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah, I hear you on that. And that's why Mitchell Trubisky's now a backup quarterback.
Exactly.
So we got happening, man. So all right, so let's throw a prediction out there. So I think the of course, obviously, go Birds, but
you think Dallas is winning the division?
You know what? No. Because I think the NFC least, as we continue, is so bad. I really do think this. That Dallas loves to find a way to shoot themselves in the foot always, somehow, some way. They are 1-3 right now. Their season does not get any easier.
Third in the division.
They're third in the division. Their season does not get any easier. I don't care. It doesn't matter how many points they score. If the Browns just put up 49, they put up 50 points against Dallas.
Dropped a 50 bird.
Like, dude, when you play, if they play anyone, if they play Aaron Rodgers, if they play Russell Wilson, they already did play Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson torched them too. You know what I mean? That was another high. And did they play Green Bay? They didn't play Green Bay yet.
No, not yet.
They will play Green Bay, right? That'd be a good one to look up there. You know what I mean? Because that's really what's going to come down to.
I feel like they always play Green Bay though.
Yes, the Washington football team. No, I just don't see them. Like, they just don't have Dwayne Haskins. Is not the thing. Then Giants, absolutely not. The Eagles, the craziest thing is, because they have Wentz at quarterback.
They do not play Green Bay.
They do not play Green Bay? Okay. Because they have Wentz at quarterback, that would be my reasoning for them to, like, contest. But watch, it'll be, like, something crazy where the, like...
Eagles are gonna win.
Dallas goes 7-9, and the Eagles go 7-8-1 or something, and win the. It's something stupid
something
like that.
That happened with us. We had this conversation Sunday. Something like that happened with Seattle back in the day. They won their division, I think, 7-9.
Yeah, we were talking about that. Yeah, like the tie, ugly. I hate watching ties. That was just such a boring game to watch. I'm gonna look up the Cowboys schedule real quick.
Yeah,
I know you have it up. You know what's funny thing too, Case? You know how you were telling me that stat about the Eagles like haven't beat Cincinnati or something in a while? And the funny thing is, I feel like remember the last time I watched them play them, they tied. They've tied Cincinnati twice. And I'm pretty sure it was with McNabb. Like I feel like I remember watching that game. They have tied the Bengals twice. And it was like a 13-13.
Dude.
I could be completely...
I'm looking this up. Yo, that'd be crazy, right? What do you think? Bro, you're right. Oh my god, how did you remember that?
Dude, I don't know, man.
You were 11. November 16th, 2008, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Cincinnati Bengals tied 13-13.
Wow, to a T, bro. I said 13-13.
Bro, you're nuts. Oh my god, I'm the only one with the stats.
Yeah, that is wild, man. That is wild.
13-13, 2008, Donovan McNabb. Golly.
That's what's up, man.
How funny is that?
Yeah. You know what? The Cowboys, man, they have a pretty workable season, I can't lie. So we'll see. But I can totally see them losing. Like, dude, they go Giants, like I said. I think they're going 1-1 with this Cowboys stuff there. You get Giants, and you go Cardinals, another high-octane offense, and the Cardinals' defense is actually pretty solid. So I think that might cause them issues, man. That would be a game like I could see like Kyler Murray having like a 3-touchdown game to Hopkins like in against the Cowboys defense if they keep playing like that.
Dude, Dallas defense, they couldn't even stop DK Metcalf. You expect them to stop DeAndre Hopkins?
Yeah. DK Metcalf, bro. Big fan of DK Metcalf.
Big fan of DK
Metcalf.
How can he not be?
Top 5 receiver next year.
Next year.
If he's not already going to be a top 5 receiver this year, he's a top 5 receiver next year.
You're nuts.
Maybe.
You put him above Odell Beckham?
Talent-wise?
As a talent?
Talent-wise,
top 5 as a talent.
Talent-wise, probably no, just because Odell is so versatile. Beckham, he's so versatile. He is. He can throw the football too. Actually, like we've seen him do crazy.
He's
like he did that.
Saquon.
Yeah, exactly. So he can throw the football. He can run the football. He can catch the football. He can even probably take returns if you need him to take returns. Absolutely,
he took returns at LSU.
Yeah, 100%. So he is just so versatile. But one-on-one, like DK against somebody, it's scary to watch. We watched him bully.
Honestly, the craziest thing about that is they're not jump balls. He's just burning corners.
That's true too. He's so fast.
6'4", burning corners. Burned the best corner in football in Stephon Gilmore.
Yeah.
Just over the top. They
were going at it too.
Oh,
they were good. That was a fun time to watch.
That was fun to watch.
They were going at it the whole game, ripping on each other.
Gilmore's a veteran, and he has this 22-year-old just making him like...
He did his dumb thing. He dropped the ball, or not dropped the ball. He stopped running.
He started to celebrate, and Trayvon Diggs, rookie pick for the Cowboys, made a phenomenal play, realized he got burnt, but punched the ball out. Charles Tillman.
That's not going to happen again.
He knows.
Yeah, that's not going to happen again. I think, for real, man, Metcalf, top 5 receiver next year. You're talking about fantasy player sleeper, someone who I drafted who's been putting on for me has been DK Metcalf.
He's been putting on for the city, for sure.
And, yeah, man, very, very high on DK.
Dude.
I don't know how we got to this.
I like DK Metcalf a lot, but I don't think he's a top 5 receiver yet. But no, here's the thing about DK. He has so much room to grow. He has so much
Russell
time.
Wilson's his quarterback?
He has Russell Wilson as his quarterback. I mean, could you have been drafted into a better position other than having, like, Mahomes is your quarterback. Like, just the best part about having guys like that consistently throw you the ball is you know that you're never going to have to, like, make an adjustment. It's just going to be right. You know what I mean? Right. And that helps with your confidence, your self-confidence as a receiver, because you're always being put in the best position to catch the ball. So, you know.
No, dude, I'm with that. I'm with that 100%.
Don't know how we got to DK, though.
I don't know how we got to DK either. We were just talking about... I was talking about DeAndre Hopkins getting, like, 3 touchdowns against Dallas.
Yeah.
I don't know how that brought us to DK Metcalf.
Because you were just talking about how good DeAndre Hopkins is, and then you were just talking about who else could be as good as him, and that's DK Metcalf.
True. Talking about the Cowboys getting torched by Seattle, maybe.
Yes.
Possibly.
That's what happened. That's exactly what happened.
Okay.
We've been talking for a while.
We've been talking for a while, man. Final predictions. Eagles win the division because I'm an Eagles fan at 7-8-1.
It's so embarrassing, but it's so likely. You know what I mean? Like, we're 1-2-1.
Yeah.
Let me quickly look at the Eagles' schedule.
The Eagles' schedule? Let me run through the Eagles' schedule here.
Real quick, and I'm going to be real positive. We get Steelers, that's an L. No cap.
I agree.
Ravens, that's an L. Giants, Cowboys, Giants. If we're gonna
2-1 optimistically.
Cowboys, yeah. If we're gonna split with the Cowboys, we'll lose that game, so it'll be 2-1. Browns. The Browns just ran for 305 yards against the Cowboys. If the Browns run for 200 plus yards against us, they win that game.
I agree.
So
I agree.
So the Browns win.
Okay.
Honestly, Seattle.
Russell Wilson, on another note, Russell Wilson loves to torch the Eagles. He's done that multiple times.
Eagles in Seattle, I feel like they've been playing so often since Wentz got drafted. But yeah, that's an L. Eagles, Packers, we upset them last year. Aaron Rodgers is not going to let that happen.
Aaron Rodgers is in a different mode this year, by the way, too.
He's not going to let that happen again. Yeah. We upset the Packers last year. It's not going to happen again.
He's on a different plane right now.
Saints, Eagles. Now,
that late into the season.
Now this game.
You want to be a fan right now?
Kinda.
Give
me the dub against the Saints.
Give the dub against the Saints.
Dub against the Saints. Give me a dub.
You're taking 1 against the Saints. You gave them 2 in that 3, the chain of 3 divisional games. Losing to the Ravens, losing to the Steelers. That's 3 total. Now you take a look at the last 3 games after the Saints, right? Cardinals, Cowboys, Eagles.
Washington.
Yeah. Cardinals, Cowboys. Cardinals, Cowboys, Washington. So, Cardinals, honestly, no.
Who can guard DeAndre Hopkins on the Philadelphia Eagles?
Darius Slay better be able to cover DeAndre Hopkins.
Okay, if we can guard DeAndre Hopkins, 40-year-old Larry Fitz might run all over us.
See what's up. That'll be a good game,
Christian Kirk,
That'll be a good game,
Christian Kirk, too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eagles have always struggled against quarterbacks who can run as well.
Right, that's why. Okay. So what I'm thinking of, if they need to get to 7-8-1, right, they would have to win the 3 out. 3. Yeah. I think they can beat the Cowboys. I think they can beat Washington.
How about this? I'll give us the dub over the Browns, but we'll lose to Arizona, but then we'll beat the Cowboys and beat the Washington football team, and that Washington football team game will be the game that decides we get into the playoffs. And I think, and there's one thing that you can say about Wentz that he's been very good at in his career. He wins closeout games. Yeah.
So, they're making these last minute comebacks, last season comebacks.
Yes, like that last 5-game stretch.
Yeah.
So
funny you say that about stretches. I think if the Eagles are going to catch some stride in this season, I think they lose the Steelers this week. I think they lose to the Ravens next week. I really think because of the divisional games and everything that's going on, I think they have a high potential to actually go back to back right there.
3-0 on that one?
Win 3-0 right there, and then maybe they get upset by the Browns or something again. But they get some 3 wins or something. I think that's doable. Cowboys, who the fuck knows?
So
Giants.
you see the Eagles going 3-0 and then 0-3 right after.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yes, if anything is Philly, that is a Philly thing as well. You know, my inner fandom is saying...
Eagles feel on top of the world, 3-0.
And then they play Baker Mayfield.
Do you see the Saints?
I'm with you on that. I think that game could go either way.
The Eagles can beat the Saints.
I think they could beat the Browns too, because I think the Eagles' defense, although... Like, the Browns are not going to put up 49 points against... Dallas is just atrocious. Like, that is crazy that their defense is that bad. So, you know, that could have been, like, the anomaly for the Browns to even do what they just did right there. But, you know, good for them. I was glad to watch Dallas lose like that. It was pretty funny.
It was a fun game. That made me pretty happy. Will you have us beating the Saints?
Maybe. My brain says no, but I feel like they actually might win that game, like just because of the circumstances. Here's the other thing too. Unfortunately, when it comes down to all these predictions, is who knows if next week someone else tears an ACL or something, or what is going to go down. But if we're looking at like
season with injuries has just been
and COVID, even if we get to that end, you know what I mean. So I think
that is facts. We might not even make it to December.
Chalk it up on the board. My projection is going to be 7-8-1, and they win the division.
The Eagles winning the division.
They win.
That would be, by the way, if that is the case, that would officially be the worst record in NFL history to win the division. That is real. I
love it.
It would be the worst.
It would be very 2020.
The worst before that was Seattle at 7-9.
7-9, yeah.
In 2010.
Well, 7-8-1 is a better record.
Oh, yeah, technically.
Yeah.
All right, so all right.
Yeah.
Still awful.
All right.
Sorry, I just think of a tie and it's like a double loss. I don't know.
It's just embarrassing.
It's like just
Or they say it's like kissing your sister. Isn't that the saying? It's just awful, man. It's not a good time. It's not a good time, bro.
We don't like that. We don't like that.
For especially the way they did it, man. Why do you not just let this dude kick the field goal? And how about that, actually? I know we've been talking for so long, but back to the Eagles real quick. They went for 2 off the bat. Don't trust Elliott.
Dude, I wouldn't.
Has he been that bad? I feel like he hasn't. I feel like he's been pretty good. Am I crazy?
I feel
like he's been pretty good.
He misses extra points a lot.
A lot of people missing extra points in the league. I saw a lot of missed points. A lot of missed extra points yesterday.
Funny enough, though, Jake Elliott on field goals is 7 for 8 this year.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, I did not think it was that bad at all.
He missed one in Washington week 1, but he hasn't missed since.
Okay. All right.
2 for 2, 3 for 3, 1 for 1. I want to look at extra points specifically though. Because I know that he has had problems on extra points.
Oh man, Butker kept missing he was missing extra points again.
This year, actually, he's not missed a single extra point.
Who? Elliott?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Where am I looking at? But 2019, he was 35 of 37. The year before, he was
that's good,
33 of 35.
That's good.
And 39 of 42. But
those are good numbers.
Extra points are supposed to be a gimme. These aren't.
They're not anymore though. What is it? It's like 25-yard field goal, 30-yard field goal.
25-yard field goal to an NFL kicker. That should be.
Yeah, I hear you.
Should be a gimme.
I hear you.
Just saying.
I hear you.
But I believe the field goal would have been 61 yards when they elected to punt it.
Okay.
Yes?
I want to say 64.
63 maybe?
Either way,
you kick it.
Why the
why not?
Why not?
Time was expiring.
Time is expiring. Actually, I don't know if it was
expiring. I think it was like 20 seconds.
Either way, say they catch it back in the end or something. Come on, man. Who's really running it back? Like, no one's running it back.
They don't got Antonio Cromartie back there. They don't have Devin Hester back there. They're not taking it back.
Or is it he really playing so safe for the tie in the sense of like, well, now we don't give the Bengals field position at, wherever, and they don't have a chance to score either way.
Oh, that is... Well, yeah, think about it. They were at midfield.
They kneeled it, I think, or they ran it. They ran the ball. They didn't even try.
No, I know, but
maybe they would have if they're at the 50.
You have to think about it. You missed the field goal. Yeah. Now the Bengals are at midfield.
Yeah. Or maybe Peterson was just done with it. He's like, bro, you just went off sides. False start. We're trying to kick this game winner right now, dude. Just chalk it, dude, at this point. But nah, it was so sad. I think keys to victory for the Eagles. Start feeding Miles Sanders the ball.
Give Miles Sanders the rock.
Keep the pressure up on the defensive front.
Send more blitzes.
Yeah,
Make
I like it.
quarterbacks think for a second about what they're going to do. When you sit back in zone, like we did when C.J. Beathard came in, we're sitting back in linebacker zones. We watched the same George Kittle play 5 plays in a row. It was literally, my man would slant upfield, sit, wait for the ball, fall down. Hike. Sit, wait, like, dude, it happened. I was losing my mind watching that fucking game. Dude, like, I'm serious. Like, every single time they called hike, I knew who the ball was going to.
Yeah.
And they couldn't stop it.
15 times. 15 times.
15 of 15.
15. That's
180
craziness.
yards.
Craziness.
Tutty.
Craziness.
George Kittle.
Send some more. Maybe you know what's also too. I don't know how defenses. You got all these special teamer linebackers. Maybe you should be sending them on blitzes. They're just crazy anyway. They're just gonna run at the guy.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean? They don't have. They can't. If they can't cover and think like that.
The way you combat bad players, which we have, is you pair that with aggression.
Sure.
Just fucking send them.
Send them. See what happens. Help out that front four. If you can get to the quarterback every time.
Force Eagles to play man coverage tight. Bump them at the line of scrimmage with Darius Slay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Avonte Maddox can get in your face a little bit. And you just fucking send the
Jalen Mills over the top, man. Just ready to just ball hawk.
Jalen Mills needs to retire.
Green Goblin.
Jalen Mills, if we don't force him into retirement, we need to release him.
No more penalties. Give Miles Sanders the ball
of penalties.
And blitz. I think that's where it's at.
Why aren't we GMs yet?
Dude, I don't know, man. Give me 20 years.
Miles Sanders definitely needs the ball more. All right. Wow. What a great episode. Ryan, thank you so much for taking the long drive, really.
Yeah, man,
to come over.
You know.
I don't know how you made it in time, but I'm really appreciative of it.
Yeah. Couldn't have missed this for the world. Like I said, it was a little traffic coming in, but good thing that I got some reliable transportation. I got here on time, man.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, your legs will definitely get you here on.
I am crippled though.
That is true. Broken wrist for the man. Balling too hard.
Tough scenes.
All right, thanks so much. My name is Casey Lawless from the Lawless Sports Podcast. I'll catch you next time. Peace.
See you guys.